Greetings! Today is August 28th, 2025, and we're back with another video. And in this video, we're going to be reviewing the newly released Merciless and Batman Who Laughs 2-pack. Now, the reason why I picked this up, I know, we've gotten Merciless before. We got Merciless in different forms, you know what I'm saying? But the reason why I had to pick this up is because this is like a send-off, a encore of, the Batman Who Laughs, saga. It really does bring back home. You know what I'm saying? When Mcfarlane first started making DC comics, right? And when he first started, he started with the Batman Who Laughs. And I'm gonna tell you something, the sculpts and the design in the Batman Who Laughs is by far the best, to me, the best comic book to action figure format. You know what I'm saying? The sculpting team that worked on these and worked on this entire series, they cooked, okay? They cooked, which is why it's one of my favorites. And even if we're on the end of the Mcfarlane DC Multiverse, you know what I'm saying, license, it's a good send-off to anybody who loved the series or who read the comics. Because me personally, I love the comic book. You know what I'm saying? I love the entire storyline. You know what I mean? And when we got an action figure format, his first company to ever do it, which was Mcfarlane. And from beginning to end, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if this is the end of his run with the DC license, as far as action figure form, I got to say this is a great send-off. And that's why I call this pack the Encore edition of the Batman Who Laughs, because it's really a good set when you see what you get in this box. But yeah, let's take a look at this thing, see what we got. So here we have the Batman Who Laughs, and he came out fantastic. I gotta say, you know what I'm saying? I love the way every time we get a different variation of Batman Who Laughs, I'm always impressed by the detail, the sculpt, everything. I mean, he came out flawlessly. Obviously, this is like a head from this headpiece up here is like from Lord of the Rings. I remember that very well, the mouth of Sauron. But the textured, tatted cape he has, the sculpt and design, the paint apps and everything. This is a good send-off for a fantastic series like the Batman Who Laughs, you know what I'm saying? And I gotta say, this is a great encore to a good run that DC had. But yeah, he has double jointed elbows, you know what I'm saying? His hands are shaped in a way where it's just awesome. Like when you want to pose him laughing, you know what I'm saying? Like it just brings a lot of detail with the expressive hands that he has. You know what I'm saying? He has no rings or nothing, but he never did. But still, this is perfect. His head moves up that far, down that far. His arms go out. So you really don't get, you get a little bit of resistance from the cape that's up here because it's tied down, but not, it's not going to kill it because he has a lot of arm movement. He has a bicep swivel up here. And I could see why he didn't, it's like this because he really didn't want to break the scope of this, but I kind of like it the way they did it, you know what I'm saying? But to me, it's flawless. He still has the like soft waist, so like you're not going to really get a lot of movement out that waist too much. His legs go out about that far. Double jointed knees. Boot rocker, ankle rocker, toe hinge. This is a great send-off. I like this. If this is the final Batman Who Laughs we ever get from Mcfarlane, then like I said, this is a very good encore to a great series drawn by the talented Greg Capullo. I mean, you know what I'm saying? If you ever read the comic and you see the artwork and the design of how Greg draws, like this is it, man. This is flawless. I like this. I really do. You know what I'm saying? Now we've gotten previous Batman Who Laughs in the past. This is one of the original. This is the first one. You know what I'm saying? And you can see, they really paid attention to detail. You know what I'm saying? The weathering and the shading on his vest that he wears, his armor, it's just a great character design. And that's why I think they decided to make it in like the retro format as well. Like I know the Superpower series, they made it in a retro format. So, if you could find it, because I have never seen them in store shelves, but they do have a Superpowers of the Batman Who Laughs. So he's not going anywhere. Like when they made this series, he's not going anywhere as far as popularity. Everyone's gonna know who he is. Then we got the Tyrant one. So when we got the Tyrant one, he came with the wings, and these are the same wings that's on the new Hawk Girl now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of glad that, you know, Todd remembered to bring that back, because these are some very good design wings. Oops. But yeah, this is the evil Tyrant. Now, if you don't know the story, the reason why he has these wings is because he does take Hawkman's power. He slays Hawkman and he takes his power, which is why they call him the evil Tyrant. If you haven't read the comic, I highly recommend you read the comic, because there's a lot of things that Batman does in every alternate universe where he just destroys the Justice League. You know what I'm saying? Just takes their powers. But overall, yeah, this is the evil Tyrant. So like, the evil Tyrant came out a while ago. I don't know how much he goes for in the aftermarket now, but like I said, if you were collecting this series, if you were collecting these action figures, you know what I'm saying, from the beginning, this set is for you. This is the encore symbol of all of what, you know what I'm saying, the McFarlane team has done with the Batman Who Laughs series. Now, I know that when Mattel picks it up, you know, they're going to make their DC figures, but I don't think they're going to give the level of attention and detail that the McFarlane team is. I just don't see it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, some people are happy that Mattel's getting it. You know what I'm saying? I'm interested in what Mattel's going to do with it, but by far, it's never going to touch the amount of sculpt and detail that the McFarlane team gave with the Batman Who Laughs series. This is his baby. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no other line. I don't care if you like Beast Kingdom or whatnot. This is McFarlane's wheelhouse right here. He can sculpt some evil monsters and everything. This team is just unmatched. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, when you realize that NECA and their sculpting team came from the McFarlane company and then went off and did their own, you can see why they're the best sculptors as far as action figures. I'm sorry. There's never going to be any other company that comes compared to, you know what I'm saying, what McFarlane started. Because I think some of those guys came from McFarlane, went and did NECA, and some of them probably Four Horsemen. I'm not for sure. But overall, this is a fantastic line. And now we come to Merciless. Now, Merciless, like I said, he's had different versions of him, you know, this particular character before. What I like what they did with the red, though, is they really paid attention to detail. This isn't just molded in plastic, but they actually took the time to give him a lot of shading and everything. So there's like a lot of darker reds that's attached to this armor. You know what I'm saying? That you're getting. You're still getting the loincloth part. You're still getting the back the back fur back here. But if you own this figure, then you know exactly the type of articulation he has. But just the sculpt and the design and the attention to detail, I like the way this red came out. This red came out pretty damn good. You know what I'm saying? And not only does he come with the helmet, but he also comes with a maskless version. And I'm going to show you that in a second. Now, if you have the original Bath, what you're getting is you're getting a new head sculpt. Now, this is the head sculpt that I think the Beast Kingdom had. And it's actually done very well. This is old man Bruce Wayne. You know what I'm saying? This is Bruce Wayne. You know what I mean? The attention to detail and everything, the scar on his eye, I don't know if you can see it. But yeah, he has like a scar, a missing eye. Now, the reason why he looks this way and the reason why he's missing eyes is because he got into a fight with Wonder Woman. So, like I said, if you want to read the comic, read the comic. But he does get into a fight with Wonder Woman, and he possesses Wonder Woman's strength and Ares' armor. But, you know what I mean? If you have this one, you attach this head that comes from this particular Merciless, and now you have, well, you're going to have two Merciless, obviously. I am not short of collecting Merciless. I love this armor. I know a lot of people didn't like the what do you call it, patina version, but I bought them just for like my stand-ins. I needed something like an armory, and yeah, it just makes the original. If you collected this one, if you got all the Bath parts, it just makes this pop. It just makes it looks really good, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's not to take away from this particular one, because I like this one a lot too. But just to get that spearhead sculpt, pretty sure when they made the pack, they knew that you still had this, and you may want to swap out the heads. But you know, you can actually put his armor, put it in his hand, as so, like he's holding on to his armor. Overall, I like it though. I like the way this guy came out, man. I like the sculpt. I like the attention to detail. This is Bruce Wayne. This right here will, like I said, this whole set, this whole wave line will go down in history as one of the best sculpted, you know what I'm saying, from comic to action figure format of the Batman Who Laughs series. But yeah. perfect to me. Now, once you've gotten or acquired your 2-pack of Merciless and the Batman Who Laughs 2-pack, you are graced with this awesome stand. Far from the stands we've gotten. This stand has maybe 8 different pins in it that you can stand your entire Batman Who Laughs collection up, all with the insignias. Each insignia, Wonder Woman, you got the Flash, you got what do you call it? The Doomsday one, you got Green Lantern, you got Aquaman, and then you got the Batman Who Laughs that goes right in the center here. And then you have this awesome design. This is all sculpted. Okay, so like this comes out. The skulls and the rivets on this particular plaque, it pops, bro. Like, so I don't know if you can see it, but see if I can zoom into it. But if you look, you can see the attention to detail in it. All of this is raised, right? Like all of this is raised up. His teeth is raised up. The emblem of Dark Knights is raised. Everything on this thing is just fantastic, which is why, you know what I'm saying, I'm calling this particular, you know what I mean, set the Batman Who Laughs Encore Edition, because this is a encore for all the fans who've collected. If you hung in there and you stuck with Mcfarlane since day one, you are graced with this awesome plaque that you could put all of your characters on, which I'm impressed. You know what I'm saying? This is probably going to go down, like I said, it's going to go down as one of the best waves Mcfarlane has ever done. He's made all the other heroes. He's given us Green Lanterns. He's given us many Supermans. But I'm going to tell you something. The Dark Knight's medal, if anybody is the baby for, if anybody is the king of, it would be Mcfarlane Toys. He did this, and he didn't have to do this. He could have just gave us those little, you know, like those little plastic stands and then call it a day. But nah, he's like, you know what, I'm going to go the extra mile. I'm going to give them, if anybody collected all of the little, you know, little Robins and everything, I'm going to give them something special. And this right here to me is an awesome set to have in your collection. And that wraps up my review of the Batman Who Laughs Merciless 2-pack. Like I said, the price of admission alone to attain all of these may be a little bit high now that it's been over a year and a half now. But like I said, the set itself is the Encore Edition. You know what I'm saying? And with all of these characters you see here, this was all hunted painstakingly throughout, you know what I'm saying, the years of Mcfarlane's toy run. But I appreciate the attention to detail to make sure that they capture the exact artwork design that's in the comics and actually give us some awesome figures. The head sculpt from Merciless all the way to the new Batman Who Laughs we got over here, all are prominent fixtures in my collection that I will never get rid of. I am happy to attain. I'm happy to have collected. There is no regrets of me having the Batman Who Laugh wave. We've gotten others, you know what I'm saying? Like we got the little Jokers here, you know what I mean? We've got alternate Flash. There's many other characters in this line that you can, you know, go out and collect. But for someone who's probably never even collected the Batman Who Laughs figures, maybe even collected Mcfarlane, and you want to attain this set, and you want to go back and go third party and, you know, try to see if you can hunt down the whole set, I would say do it, because I'm going to tell you something. There's never going to be another company that's going to actually go in depth like the Mcfarlane team has done and give you like comic accurate sculpts of these characters. But yeah, that's my review. Rate, comment, subscribe, tell me what you think. Tell me if you collected them all. You know what I'm saying? If you got the big birthday party cake display that they give us, because that's an awesome display. And I'll catch you in another video in the future. Peace.